So if the business is great, if Benioff and Buffett both like it, then what am I doing saying maybe I'm a little nervous? One word: valuation. See, originally Snowflake planned to come public at $75 to $85 per share. But there's been so much demand that the book runners raised the price range dramatically. Now they're talking $100 to $110 per share. Unusual to see an IPO price like that large. It's looking like the company will be able to raise somewhere between $3.5 to $4 billion. And that assumes they don't upsize the deal or raise the price even further. And that's probably a bogus assumption. At the low end of the range, my back-of-the-envelope math says that this would be a $27.7 billion company from day one. At the high end, we're talking $30.5 billion. Assuming Snowflake can keep growing at 133% clip this year, reasonable, they'll have $615 million in revenues. At the IPO price, that means the stock will be valued at 45 to 50 times sales. Of course, if they can maintain a triple-digit growth rate for the next couple of years, that stock's going to look a lot cheaper in the 2023 estimates. But that's a big if. I've got to tell you, even in a market that loves cloud stocks with rapid revenue growth and no earnings, 50 times sales is tough to swallow. Right now, Zoom's the most expensive cloud name in the market, and it sells for 48 times this year's sales. That's the upper end of the range. You've got to assume that Snowflake will spike right out of the gate, which means it could be substantially more expensive than Zoom before you get a chance to do any buying. Zoom! So where do I come down? Look, I am torn. I think Snowflake's going to be a great long-term performer. I bet it will have a very strong first week, but the price of admission seems a little too extreme for me, unless you can get in on a deal. Remember, those who get stock will come in and buy more in the aftermarket, and their cost basis will be lower than yours. That if you came in the public market. That's why so many of the buyers are insensitive to price on the first day. Let's say they get, 100,000 shares, which would be a lot, and it comes public at 100, it opens at 200. Well, they buy 100 at 200, they get a basis of 150. You got a basis of 200. Here's the bottom line. If you want a piece of Snowflake and you can't get a piece of the actual IPO, I recommend waiting for the next tech pullback, which we know we had. We had one last week, 10%, before you pull the trigger. When those cloud stocks sell off, they sell off hard. So I have to believe you'll get a better entry point as long as you're patient.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.